probably should be studying at right now, but you're not. You're here to listen to me, which is good. Yeah! So anyway, so once we get through the finals, everyone's happy because the finals are over, and then they get to go home, right? Not me. See, I have to deal with my family. I believe a couple of you in the crowd might know my family. See, I have 2 younger sisters, 14 years old and 15 years old. Yeah! That's the 2 things. We'll try dealing with them when they're bleeding at the same time. I don't want to say it from where. Okay, see, the thing is, the week after my mom goes out, which is even worse. Okay, so I have to come home to that, first of all. I get this email from my mom a couple weeks ago. She goes, yeah, your oldest sister, Danielle, she has a boyfriend. I'm like, oh, great, I'm going to have to deal with that when I get home. The thing is that he's 18. I'm like, Mom, you cannot let her date an 18-year-old boy. She goes, no. He's not like the other 18-year-old boys. I'm like, Mom, there is no other 18-year-old boy. I was one last year. There's one thing 18-year-old boys want, and it starts with blow and ends with job, all right? Now, she goes, James, you weren't like that last year. I'm like, Mom, I dated a fat girl with no front teeth down the street. What do you think I was like? Okay, pretty much. That's how it went. That's how this conversation went. So see, that ties into another story that I have to tell about my mom. See, she smokes cigarettes, only marijuana when she's pregnant with me, so she smokes cigarettes a lot. And she also uses these cough drops, like some eucalyptus drops, whatever. So she has a lot of sugar, and her teeth started to rot. So my dad got pissed because he had to buy her new teeth. She's sitting here. Oh, let me get the punchline first, come on. So she's sitting here, and she's like, she's telling my dad, Jim, I need to get new teeth, my teeth are rotting, I look like hell. Like, yeah, big difference. But, so my dad was all pissed, like, I have to work hard, I pay for your cigarettes, and I'll support your smoking, I pay for these cough drops for you, and you're doing this yourself. And so then my mom's all sad, they fought. My mom came to me and asked me what she should do. And I'm like, I'll talk to him anyway. So I go to my dad, I'm like, Dad, at night, she's gonna have to clean those teeth. So just think of that. And 2 days later, she got them, so I don't know what happened. But, yeah, that was kind of dirty. I don't know if that's too far, but I'm really sorry I did. But okay. So yeah, anyways, I decided I was gonna throw a couple history jokes in here, so we have a history professor being a judge. So the semester went by pretty quick, huh? About as quick as it takes the French to surrender in many wars, that's what you think? Sorry, the French again. But yeah, speaking of the French, last year I took World Civ 2 here. I had to do a report on war victories and stuff, and I picked the French, which was hard to find material. I went to Google and I typed in war French victories, like French war victories, whatever. And sometimes when you're typing stuff into Google, it comes back, says you misspelled something, like you accidentally spelled porn, PRN, because one hand's in your pants, stuff like that. So I typed it in, I spelled it all right. And it comes back and goes, did you mean French war defeats? So I guess I thought that I was doing a paper on something else. But yeah, back to my family. I have another sister, like I said, she's 14, please, no comments. She had another thing with Google. She had to do a little paper on her little, she had to do a paper on slavery for her history project in 8th grade. And she asked me how to get, how she could get information. I'm like, well, you have to go online and search for it. I explained the whole deal. She's not like us at WNEC, we have a library, we can go and look up at books, everyone does that. But so I'm like, just go type it into Google, you'll get great results for slavery. Yeah, not when you don't have that parental control on it, alright? So she writes her whole paper and she wants my mom to proofread it, but my mom's lazy and she's like, send it to your brother via email. So I'm like, alright, I'll do that for her, I'll proofread it. So she gets it and it starts off good, right? I just read the title page and it goes slavery with a semicolon, a dot and a little comma. Semicolon, and it goes, from the African American slaves in the South, which was good. But then the next line was, to the dominatrix women in Las Vegas. So I pretty much sent her a reply back. I'm like, oh, that's great. Just add some pictures at the end. The professor will love it. Needless to say, my mom was pissed. So yeah, like I said before, I'm an RA. I have a few of my residents in the back there. Glad they came out. If people know my floor, it's kind of crazy, but I love my job. I'm gonna admit it. And the reason why I love my job is because I can make fun of it all the time. I can laugh on it. I'm never bored. I can talk to people everywhere, and I can make jokes about it. The first night, this is a true story. They'll laugh because they know it's a true story. The first night, I'm walking up and down my hall, trying to get to know the residents, get to know their names, what they like. So I go by, I'm walking by the bathroom, just doing like a casual round, and I hear, fuck! I'm like, whoa, what the hell is that? So I go in the bathroom, I'm like, are you alright, you're alright? There's one kid, I don't even know his name yet, because that's how soon this is in the air. I see him standing from head to toe, covered in water, like he just got out of the shower, which you'll find out he did. But he still has shorts on. I'm like, no, there's no way he did that. And this kid, he honestly looks me in the eye and goes, James, I forgot to take my shorts off when I turned on the shower. I am dead serious. It's a true story. Can I get a time check? Like 3, 4 minutes? 4 minutes? Good. I have 3 more to in 4 minutes. Let's see, another thing with being an RA is I love doing a round because the freshmen, they're just so stupid, they don't realize that you know things that are going on. Like they'll sit there in a room and you'll know a party's going on, but you're not busting up because they're being smart about it. So you know a party's going on, it's just walking by, and you just want to wait for that one kid that's going to open the door. And when they open the door, they don't do it casually, like they won't open the door, walk out, and be like, hey James, what's up? No, they'll open it just enough to stick their head out, right? They go like this, they look out, they'll look left, they'll look right, they'll look left again. And no matter what time they see you, they have to do it 3 times. I don't know why. They look 3 times, and finally they'll see you. And at this point, they have 2 things they can do. Both are pretty stupid because you know you're caught right there. They'll either A, they'll slam the door and run back in and pretend like I never saw it. They made eye contact with me. They'll do this, I swear. Anyone that's an RA can contest it. They do that. Or, the second one, which is my favorite, is when they open the door just a little more, just enough to squeeze out, like you don't realize they're doing this. Like they'll open it up and they'll squeeze out. They'll take the pain, those little prongy things to scrape you in the stomach. They'll take that pain because they think you don't know what's going on. That's my favorite part of being an RA. That's the time where I want to get one of those CV forms and I have all those check marks. I want to make up my own that's like a fucking moron. Check it out and give it to me. That's what I want to do. I'm desperate. Those guys up there, they can all have 1 or 2 each night, I swear. Alright, so I guess I should finish up since I don't want to go too long, over 10 minutes, but I'll finish off by talking about my ex-girlfriend. I came to school with a girlfriend, bad idea, all the guys. Yeah, unless you're like, if you're deeply in love with someone and you can handle it, it's fine. Because when you don't really like the girl, you're just with her for other reasons. And you come to school and you see all these freshmen and you're like, I can handle this, I can be with a girl. And then you walk by and see a freshman, you're like, damn. You walk the other way and you see another one, it's the same thing. So, I realized I couldn't be with her, and so I tried my hardest, girls, I tried, I promise. But she kept calling me like a half hour. Every day she would call me, and she kept clinging to me, like a fly clings to shit. I'm dead serious. That's how clingy she was. You heard of clinging people? She's at the top, okay? So she finally I went to her, I gave her the whole spiel about, it's gonna hurt when we break up. I'd rather do it now, because it won't hurt as much. Every girl has heard it in here, and I know you have, which is bad, and I know that, but I gave her that, right? And she goes, James, I've heard that before, just give me the truth. And she lives an hour and a half away from here, so I don't have to worry about seeing her, so I'm like, fine, I'll give you the truth. And I gave her the whole flying shit analogy, and that did not go over that well. I'm dead serious. So I gave it to her, and she started bawling. And she's like, there must be something good about me. And I'm like, well, you're rich. You have season tickets to the Mets, which is amazing, because I'm a big Mets fan. There's like 3 of you here. But I'm like, but I'm sorry, it has to go that way. And she started bawling, and she's like, well, at least I give you good head. And all this stuff, and I'm like, honey, wait, no. Helen Keller could do more with her mouth than you could, okay? Thank you guys, that's all I have.
Let's hear what the judge has to say.
That was a little bit of a harsh end note there. Otherwise, you were very energetic. You did very well. It's just great. I love the RA stuff. Very funny.
Hey, James. Thanks.
Hey, James!
I feel really bad because I had to give James 4-0.